Hi everybody, this is Instructor Sandy with Ride for Joy, and I'm on Shimmy here today. Today we're going to talk about position, our body position as well as our hand position and maintaining a balanced seat. We're also going to talk about turns and how we can improve our turns by looking in the direction of our turn and looking before we turn. So to start with, I wanted to talk about sitting tall and sitting in an alignment. We want to be in a position as if we were standing and we took the horse away, we would not fall forward or backwards. We want a direct line from our ear, shoulder, hip, all the way down to our heel. And we want that so that we stay balanced. If for some reason we were a little bit too far forward and all of a sudden Miss Shimmy decided to make a quick move, I'm off balance. If in the opposite effect, I'm sitting too far back and my legs are out in front of me and she made a sudden move or something happened, I'm off balance. So it's very important to keep that nice alignment and good posture as we ride. It also sends a clear picture to our horse and keeps our horse able to move and be comfortable. If we were a sack of potatoes and just kind of hunched over and she had to adjust her weight all the time for how we were sitting funny, it would be uncomfortable for her as well, and it might be make her off balance. So it's very important to act as a team and to use our good posture and to be aligned. Another good thing for balance is our heel position. If we had our toes forward, it's very easy to be off balance as well. You have less control, but if you have your feet where your heels are lowered, your heels are down, your toes are up, it's easy to maintain that balance. It's also easy to maintain that balance if you wanted to get in the 2-point, or if you wanted to go for uphill or even downhill. Your heels still want to stay in balance. That also brings us to 2-point position. If we were in 2-point position, we would still want to have our body balanced. My weight and my center of gravity is still directly above my leg. If Shimmy was to start moving all of a sudden, I would still be in balance. Thing on position is your hands. You want a direct line from your bit, your rein, your hand, and to your elbow. What are they saying, Shimmy? All right. So anyway, that creates a nice direct contact as well as sends a clear message to our horse. If I was to put my hands up, that line is broken. If I was to put my hands down, that line is broken. Shimmy's gonna understand what I'm telling her a lot easier if I have a nice straight line from her bit to my elbow. And then lastly, I kind of wanted to talk about is turns. When we turn, we don't want to lean. It puts our horse off balance. We want to stay sitting tall, but how we help our horse with that turn and her turn herself is to swivel our upper body and to look in the direction of our turn. Our horse can feel that. He knows exactly where I am and what I'm doing by my balance. Swivel, feel an upcoming turn is coming. I look in the direction of the turn. She can also feel the balance of my body going to the left. Or if I look to the right, she can feel that as well. It's very important to also look in advance of where we're turning. I have set up here a few cones and a ground pole to help out. I have this cone over here directly in front of where I want to go. I want to go over the red center of my pole. Now if I turn at that cone, overshoot my turn. Shimmy and I are going to show you. And I'm going to go straight from where I turned. I obviously did not make my mark on the red center of my pole, so let's go back and try it again. This time I'm going to turn at the first cone. I'm also going to look in the direction of my turn, which helps my balance and sends a signal to Shimmy that it's time to turn. I can set myself up, I'm looking, I'm turning in advance, and I can aim for my direction I want to go much easier. It's especially important if I was to trot that with the speed involved with the turn. I need to be looking in advance a bit farther. If I was to turn at the second cone directly in front of my red line at the trot, I'm even farther from my mark. This time we'll turn in advance and look at where we want to go. So another reason to keep our heels down is to improve our post. Shimmy's getting tired. So that we can keep a balanced seat, but also keep it smooth. If I didn't have my heels down, I could be all over the place. 2 point. Want to make sure we have our shoulders back, always a struggle for me, and our balance over our seat. Good girl. Our heels are down in 2 point, but our center of gravity is right above our heels and her girth. Good girl. And woohoo. Good girl. Thanks everybody. Looking forward to seeing you back at the barn.